def keyword, and def is the def we have to write for user defined function. Def my function is our user defined function, and here parenthesis we given and colon, after colon we given print hello my function. Print hello function is inside body of the function. Now in function, in Python, function is a group of related statements that is form of specific task. This function helps for program when you are writing for modular programs or small programs, and you have to get enlarged or larger programs. The function is very much useful and it is manageable and it is organized well, because small modules you can organize well, and you can combine and you can write the program uh, easily. What is the syntax of the function? Ref function, function name, and here parameters. If you wanted to give any parameters, you have to give in parameters inside parenthesis and colon. After colon, you have to give your doc string if you wanted. What is the meaning of doc string? Doc string is the string where we are writing our details of that function, and we have to give our statements. A function statement, here we have to define our function header. A function name is uniquely identify the function naming follow the same rule of writing identifiers in Python. Parameters through which the pass the value to the function. We have to give colon to end the function header. When we are ending our function, we have to give colon, and optional documents is string, that is called doc strings. What is doc strings? External optional document string, that is optional. Whenever you wanted to write, you can write, otherwise you don't want to write, leave that part, no problem. But that is called doc string. Don't forget, that is called doc string. After header function only we have to write that doc string. One or more valid Python statement that makes the function body. Here after function header part you have to write your function body. See here, calling the function. To call the function, use the function names followed by the parenthesis. When you wanted to call the function, you have to write the function parenthesis. Print hello. Here we given def my function. My function is the user defined function in parenthesis, and colon we given print hello my hello from a function, means this is the body of the main function, and we are calling from here from my function. Same user defined function name, user defined name, you are calling from my function. This my function is parallel to def, and we will get our output hello my function. How to call a function in Python? Once you have defined a function, you can call in another function. Once you will define a function, you can call in another function. Means for printing statement, you can give more print statements, and you can call more than one functions. To call a function, you simply type the function name, appropriate parameters. See here, greet fellow. Paul means hello Paul, good morning. We given here our only names. Try to run this program. How to run? See def function we created for user defined function. Def greet. Greet is our user defined name. Defined function name. Here name is the parameter. One parameter we given here inside parenthesis, and after that we colon you given. Colon means the end of your function, and this triples in the double quotes are, this is called doc strings. This function greets the function passed as the parameter, means this string is called doc string. This is about the function we can write. This is optional. This is called doc string. And print hello concatenation we are using here. Plus symbol we given plus symbol and strings. Plus symbol and strings, when both are there, we are telling that is a concatenation or merging of two strings. See name, it is not a string, because here we didn't give any we didn't give any colon. When we are not giving any colon, it will not call as a string. When we will give the colon, then only we will tell that is a string. So here this name is not a string, hello is a string, good morning is a string. See, hello after comma is there, one space is there, same thing you will get it print out, output. But name is a name, directly you will get as a name from your greet. Name will be calling from your main function, and here greet all means you will get an output. The first string after the function header is called the doc string, and the sort for the documentation string. It is very briefly used to explain what the function does. Why is the doc string? Doc string is used for the briefly explaining the function, what the function does. Although the optional, this is a optional, documentation is a good programming practice, and unless the you can remember the last week, the document of your code, you cannot write your code properly. So explanation of the your string, explanation your function, you are writing a doc string. It may be multi-line, it may be single line. See here when you are printing your doc string, how you will print greet dot doc, print greet dot doc. See, running the following Python on the cell on the output, print greet dot doc is the function greet function passed in the parameter. Here we are using the parameter for doc string. How to return the statement? How to return the statement? Here return the statement. Here we are writing the statement and by using print statement. By using print statement, otherwise return value. Return value. What is this? See, the return statement is used to exit the function and go back to the place where it was called. What is the return statement? It is used for print statement, means it will print the statement. Return statement also it will return the value. But what is the another use of return statement? Return statement will exit the function. Will exit the function. It will go to the main place where the function is started. Okay. Return expression list. This statement has can contain as expression the get evaluated the value return. How much it will return? We have to write the expression in our return statement. And the return statement, the return function will not return the non-object. It will not return the non-object. Print greet of May means it will return the hello May. Okay, hello May and good morning. Hello May, good morning. Because our program was like this. Our program was like this. Print hello, name, good morning. It will call from name. This greet is going up to down. Greet Paul. Okay, greet Paul means it will go for greet of Paul name. Name is going under Paul. Okay, hello Paul, good morning. We will get it. Hello Paul, good morning. And but here we are writing print greet of May. That time hello May, good morning. Means the Paul changed into May. Nothing other changed. See here, hello is constant, good morning also constant, because we given string for constant. Here none of the return value, since it directly print the name and no returns the statement. Means here it is returning hello May will be returned. It will not return your Paul. Example of return statement here, def. Def is your user defined function and absolute value is your user defined function name. Whatever you wanted to give your name, whatever here I given absolute value and num I given as a parameter inside parenthesis, and after that given colon will be end your function definition. Here you given triple quote, here your doc string. The function returns the what is the our doc string. We have to explain the function, what this function does, means the expression of this function name. What is the function does? This function returns the absolute value of the entered number. Means the absolute value means it will return the absolute value. If the number greater than is equal to 0, if the number greater than is equal to 0, return number. Else Else, if the number is not greater than or equal to 0, what you will get? You will get the return print absolute value of 2. Means it have to print absolute value of 2. And if the what we will print here, the calling function will be there, print absolute value of -4. If -4 we given, here return print value of absolute value of 2. If the number return number, if we will call this number greater than 0, then the return is number, return number. If the number is less than 2, what it will come? It will print absolute value of -4. And but else part also they given return number print absolute value of 2. Means here no minus is there, so absolute value of 2 is 2, and 2 is greater than 0, so return 2. So here print absolute value of -4. -4 is less than 0, so you are getting absolute value of -4 is 4. So what is the block diagram of this function name? Function def function name or function name. We are calling the declaring the function, and we are calling the function. What is the scope and lifetime of the variable? Scope of a variable is a portion of the function where the variable is recognized. Where the variable is recognized, when you are recognizing your variable, that is called scope. Generally, parameters and variables defined inside the function not visible from outside the function. Okay, hence they have a local scope. Hence they have a local scope. The lifetime of a variable is the period throughout the variable exceeds the memory. The lifetime of the variable inside the function as long as the function executes. Okay, what is the lifetime of the variable? As long as the function executes, the variable is alive. When the function is not executing, when the function is not executing, then we cannot return our values. They will destroy once we return from the function. Hence the function does not remove the value of the variable from the value previous calls. Hence the example of the illustrates scope of the variable inside the function. What is the example? Def my function they given x is equal to 10. X is equal to 10. Print function they given, print this value is inside a function x is equal to 20. X is equal to 20. My function is down. Print this value is function is outside. What is the value? What it will be printed? Value inside function is equal to 10. Value outside function is equal to 20. Here we can see the value x is equal to 20 initially. Even though the function my function changed the value x is equal to 10, it did not affect the value outside the function. This is because the value x inside the function is different from the local function. Local function and global function both are fully different. Why? Because local function will be run inside the function, global function will run outside of the function. It is visible from inside, and there will be global scope. You can read the value from inside the function, cannot be changed. Okay, what are the arguments? What are the arguments? Arguments are the information can be passed in the functions is called arguments. What is the pass? You are passing the values inside the function, that is called arguments. Arguments are specified after the function name. Arguments are specified after the function name inside the parenthesis. You can add as many as arguments you want. You can add as many as arguments inside the function, but you have to separate it by the comma. The following example has the function with one argument function name, and when the function is called, we pass along a first name which is used inside the function. Print the full name. What is the actual argument? What is the actual argument and what is formal argument? Here formal. What is the actual argument and what is formal argument? Formal argument are the identifiers used in the function definitions representing corresponding actual arguments. Actual arguments are the values or variables, expressions that used inside the parenthesis or function call. Okay. What is the parameters? Parameters C, def add A and B. These all are parameters inside function, and we are returning A plus B. And what is the arguments? Arguments means we given 2 3, that is called arguments. What is our formal argument? Formal argument is used the function definitions representing correct actual argument. Actual arguments are values or the variables expressions used. Here def add of def means definite def of function name add. Function name you given here add of a comma b. A comma b are parameters. These both are parameters you given for a and b, and return a plus b. A plus b means you are returning the value of a plus b. You are giving addition operator and a plus b. What is the function call? Function definition means whatever you operations you wanted to do. And what is the function call? What's the values we wanted to give for that operations? That is called function call. In our function call, add 2 3, these 2 3 are arguments. 2 comma 3 are both arguments, and these 2 are parameters. Students, see here, this a and b both are parameters, and 2 and 3 whatever values for this function user defined function, that are called arguments. Okay, here arguments are formal arguments and actual arguments. Actual arguments are values or variables expressions that used inside the parentheses of the function call. When we are calling the function, that is called actual argument. And formal argument means the function definitions. In definition, see, def add of a comma b, that is called formal argument. Def add of a comma b, that is called formal argument. And add 2 comma 3, that is called actual argument. Actual argument is the values where we are using inside the parentheses for the function call. But here formal arguments as the identifiers for the function definitions. See, def add of a comma b. Def is your user defined function. Your and add is your user defined name, and a and b both are the parameters. Here these are the formal arguments we are using. Okay, and return a plus b. A plus b is the operators we are using for a plus b. Add 2 comma 3. 2 comma 3 are the values we are giving for our main function. And add is your function call. We are giving 2 comma 3 arguments. So 2 comma 3 here both are the argument, a comma b both are the parameters. The key difference between actual parameters and formal parameters is that actual parameters are the values are passed in the function. When we are giving actual values, that is called actual parameters. And formal parameters whatever we are given for the function, main function, for function calling are the past the function when it is invoking the while perform the parameters are the values defined in the function that receives a value when the function. What is positional argument? Next we are going for positional argument. See, when we are calling that formal argument and actual argument, what is formal argument? What we are given for main function. What we given for main functions. What are the parameters we given? That is called actual argument. What are the values we given for? We given for calling function. That is called actual argument. Okay, there are two types of arguments, formal and actual. We completed. Now I will explain you the positional argument. An argument is a variable value and object passed to the function method and the input. Positional arguments are the arguments that need to include the proper position or order. We have to keep the proper position. As example, position can be Python's complex function. If we will give us a complex function, that here Python function arguments. In Python, you can define a function that takes variable number of arguments. In this article, you will learn to define such functions using default keyword and arbitrary arguments. What is the here in this user defined functions? We learned about defining the function and calling it. We are defining the function and calling the function. These both functions are necessary. Here otherwise the function call will result the error. If you are not calling function, then only it will give error. If you are not defining the function, you will get error. Here, see here, def, read, name and message. Here two arguments you given, two are parameters you given for name and message. And doc message will given. This function greets the Python. And here what will print hello name, and here we given one space comma by using comma and single quote plus message, a message plus message greet is Monica good morning. What is our output? See, print function only will print at last. Greet is the calling function. In calling functions two parameters must and should. Here this is the actual argument we have to give, means what's the values we have to give for these parameters. See, name is Monica, message is good morning. So Monica and good morning will be inserted into print function. Hello will be string, that is constant. You cannot change, that is constant. You cannot change the hello. So hello, name is Monica. Name is Monica because argument in our function name, the name is the Monica, and here we given space by using comma. Here we given space by using comma. Here we given space by using comma. So here after Monica one comma will be there. After Monica comma will be there. After comma one space also there. After comma one space also there. And again string is a constant. So good morning string, good morning message it came by using string. So a string is a constant. Now arguments. Here the function greet has two parameters. Since we have called the function with two arguments, it runs smoothly and we do not get any error. Here it runs smoothly and we do not get any error. Why we are using argument? Here two parameters we given, the functions call two arguments. Here the program runs smoothly. If we call it when the different number of arguments, the interpreter will show the error message. If we will call different number of arguments, means if two arguments are there in calling time, if we will call four arguments, that time also the error will show. Here greet of Monica, only one argument. Greet of space, if we will call greet of space, messaging one required argument message. So greet of only we didn't give any argument. Default by default, here no arguments are there. Here what is the message? Message two required, means two personal arguments required, means here actually name and message two arguments we have to insert your main function. And you are calling that function by using two values. That two values is one is name, one is message. If you will give one argument of the value, then it will show the type error. You are missing one argument. And if you will not give any argument, it will show you are missing two required personal argument. See here, def my function of f name, print f name plus references. References is a string, and you are calling the function my function of email. Email, see three functions, three calling functions you are here. See my function of email, my function of obs, my function of linus. See here, email is one argument, and your main function here one argument, one parameter is there. F name is one parameter, and calling function here one parameter is there. So this program is correct. And after colon space also there. After colon space also there before print. This program is correct. So this program will run your function, will execute. And my function here also the function name also same. So you have to check the function name should same, parameter should same, parenthesis must and should, and colon must and should, and after colon the space must and should before print or before any body of your function, what you are declaring inside function. So here my function of email, email is the calling function, email will go for fname. So fname plus, here what it will be print, fname plus references. References is a string, string means constant, references will not change, but fname will call the function name. What is your function name? Email. So what is our output? Email references. And my function of Tobias, Tobias will go for fname. Fname is your calling function is Tobias. Tobias will go for main function, and fname is one argument, one parameter will given, and here we are in calling function also one parameter. So this program is correct. It will run the program, and here fname, this Tobias will go under my main function. Main function will go under body of the function. Your body of the function, inside body of the function, your print function is there. In print, what is there? Fname. Fname will call for Tobias, and plus references. References is the string. As usual, it will print. Capital, small, whatever you will give in string, as per that it will be print. So Tobias references. In your third calling function, my function Linus. Linus will call for fname. Fname is your main function, because my function is your calling function, and your declaring function, when you are declaring the main function, it will call the your call the function name. That my function will call Linus. Linus will go for fname. Fname is your main argument, main function. In the fname body is print. Print will be fname plus references. References is a string, it will not change. So fname is Linus, it will change to Linus. So three outputs we got for three functions. What is the variable function argument? What is the Python default argument? Function has fixed number of arguments. Function has fixed number of argument in the Python. Means how many arguments are there. You on definition, when declare is on declaration time, that many functions only you have to call. You cannot call more than one or less than one calling function. On calling function time, you cannot change your number of function calls. Okay, that is called variable function arguments. Function has fixed number of argument. In Python, there are other ways to define the function. In the other ways to define the function, it can be that can take the variable number of arguments. Three different forms of types of argument. Okay, here function argument can default value of Python. You can provide default value of argument assigning an argument. If you wanted to give a y is equal to 0, the value default value it will change to 0. If you will not give any parameters on calling time, it will show default value. What is in example, def greet of name comma message is equal to good morning. This message is equal to good morning is the default value. If you will not give anything, it will print automatically the default argument value. And doc string they given, what is the doc string? That function greets the function provided the messages. If the function is not provided, it defaults the good morning. Means if you wanted to change the message, then you have to declare the message. Otherwise, no need to declare the message. It will print good morning only. How many times you wanted to print, you can print. No need to give argument name who. See here, two arguments you are declaring, but on calling time, if you wanted to call one argument also, one argument, it will go for on print statement, it will show your default value. See here, what is your program? Def greet of name comma message is equal to good morning message. See, two arguments, two parameters here given. One is name, one is message. Message is declared for assignment. What is the assignment? Our string, which is constant, and we are declaring by using is equal to. And after that, we are closing our parenthesis and we are closing our column. And what is our body of our function means print function we given. Here print hello name. Hello, see hello after comma plus name plus given space plus message means two arguments compulsory we have to give for print function. Means we are printing our function. When we are printing, arguments must have to show in the print function. Okay, so here greet Kate. Here one argument is given, one parameter they are calling, but one parameter they are not calling, because one parameter by default it will be shown our output. Okay, here cat means hello, it is the string. Name is calling from your main function. What is the name? Cat. In greet of cat means cat plus you are giving a space by using comma plus message. What is our message? We didn't give here any parameter. We are not calling any function, anything, any parameter from our user defined function. So what is the messages we are coming means here by default value only will get our output. So cat hello cat plus comma, after that one space, after what is the message. So good morning. Here we got the output hello cat good morning. But another calling function is that cat Bruce, what do you do? Means here we are changing our statement. See here, yeah, our value we changed for our second parameters. What is our message is equal to good morning. Good morning changed for how do you do. So what is our hello will be constant, and our name will be changed for Bruce, and what is our space will be coming comma. Here after comma one space is there, and what is the message? What do you do? Means here your parameter message, default message is not there. Your new message will be getting out, executed. In this function, the parameter name does not have default value and required mandatory during the call. On the other hand, parameter message has default value for the good morning. First message you are getting as a good morning default value. But in second message, it will be override to a default value. Means the default value will be hidden, and what is your new value will be displayed on your print function. The term parameter and argument can be used in the same thing. Okay, parameter and arguments you can use in same thing. Information the passed into the function from the function perspective. Parameter is a variable listed inside the parenthesis in the function definition. The argument is the values that are sent in the functions when it is called. What are the arguments we are giving? That will be calling from your main function from parameters. What is the number of arguments we can give? It may be nothing. Without argument also you can call the function. One argument, two argument, more than one argument we can call many arguments. So by default a function must have to call in the correct number of arguments. Means you can how many arguments are there, how many parameters are there for your main function, that many arguments you can call for your function. Meaning that if your function expects two arguments, you have to call the function with two arguments. If your parameter is two parameters for a main function, you have to call the two arguments. See what is our program? Def my function of f name, I name. F name is the one parameter, I name is the parameter. What we will print? In our body of the main function is print f name plus double quote I name. What is my function? We are calling our user defined function. My function of e name. E name is for f name and references is for I name. What is our output? E name references. And if you will try to call the function one or three argument, you will get an error. If you are calling only one function, then you will get an error. If you don't want to call second parameter, you have to assign the default value. Then you will get your value. If you don't know how many arguments that will be passed into the function at a star value, if you don't know how many arguments you want, means maximum or minimum, that time you have to use star. Okay, see here our programs deep depth my function star kids. Star kids means how many arguments here? Only one argument is there, one parameter we pass, but we given here star. Means by using star we can get we can call our many functions, many function arguments. What is our body of the function? Print your youngest child is kid of 2. Kid of 2 means the whatever arguments we will give, that is on the index of second index we will print. Whatever we will give our argument, the second index we have to print. The youngest child is the string, this is constant. So what it will my function of email is 0, Tobias is 1, and Linus is 2. What is printed? The youngest child is Linus. So here in the program, def my function of child 3, child 2, child 1. Print the youngest child is child 3. Child 3 will be email. See, child 3 will be email. Before program, what is our child 3? Email. Means child 3 will be email. Now, the function of star keys. If double star we are using, the number of keyword arguments is unknown. Add the double star before parameter name. If the double star we are using, the parameters are unknown. Okay. Print his last name is this is the string and plus kid of iname, plus kid of iname. What is a kid of iname? Means where we are using the keyword key and values. Okay, that time we have to give here double star. That time we will get our only value terms. Here and the program is there, def my function of country of Norway. What is our body of this function? Print I am from plus country. What is we are calling the functions? My function of Sweden, my function of India, my function of default function also we can call, because we are assigning the value. When we are assigning the value, that time we can call the default value my function of Brazil. Means when we are asking the default value, that time whatever assigned default value, that will be only print. What is the passing the values? Passing in arguments, list of arguments. See def function, we are creating def my function of food. For x in food, for x in food, print x fruit, apple, banana and cherry. My function of fruits. What are the my function of fruits? Means all the list of the function, the list of the values, it will be print. Now what is the print function? Return use, return values. Means how we will use return? Means def my function of x, return of 5 into x. Print my function of 3. 3 means 3 multiplied x, means it will coming under 15. What is 5? 5 multiplied x, it is going under 25. And what is our pass function? When we are giving pass function, we will not get our return value. We will get avoiding our getting error. We are using pass value. Only if you will write def my function and colon you will give, you will show, it will show the error. When you don't want any output, that time you wanted to declare the function but you don't want to any output, that time you use pass value. Here Python can accept the recursion. What is recursion? Recursion is the mathematical and programming concept. It means function calling itself. It has benefit meaning of the loop. It will be recursing, means it is a loop through the data and reaching the result. After calling the more and more functions inside this, it will get the output. The developer should be very careful for the recursion. It is quite easy and swift writing the functions and we are terminating the terminates. What is see this? This is the picture of recursion, def recursion. And what is recurse? Recurse means it will call the values and it will call the recursive call and call main function. And again recursive means it will go and calling. It will call many times for this function. Example, see here def factorial of x, def factorial of x. What is docstring? We given the recursive function to find factorial of an integer. Means it will return, it will run many times the same code. Okay, after you will get output. If x is equal to 1, factorial x. What is the factorial? X. That means what is the factorial value? What is the conditions we are using? If x is equal to 1, return 1. Else, what is the else part? Else, return x, x multiplied by factorial of minus 1. Return 3. What is the number is equal to 3? We are declaring the number is equal to 3. What we will print? Print the factorial of number. Number means 3. 3 is the string. Factorial of number. Factorial of number means this is the main function we are calling here. See here, this is the recursive function. What is the our recursive? See, factorial of 3. Here, what is our factorial of 3? Nowadays we can get to know 6. If I will tell factorial of 1999, that time you cannot get easily. So here, if you will give this recursion function, it will be very easy and it will run this. See here, first we will return 1 is returned. See, first x is equal to factorial of 3. First, def factorial of n. N will go under 3. If n is equal to 1, condition what they given? If n is equal to 1, return 1. N is equal to not 1. So it will go for else statement. And it will return n. N means 1. What is n? N is 3. 3 multiplied factorial of n minus 1. Means it is factorial of 2. We don't know factorial of 2. So it will go for 3 into factorial of n minus 2. Here it will go for n minus 2 is 2. 3 multiplied 2 is equal to 6. Now it will go for therefore factorial of n. Factorial of n is equal to 2. 2 is, if n is equal to 1, no, it will return 1. So this condition is false. It will go to else statement. So what it will return? Return n into factorial of n minus 1. N is now n stored here 2. 3 is changed and n stored here 2. 2 multiplied factorial of n minus 1. N stored here 2. 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. So here now n is changed to 2 to 1. Now what is our factorial here? 2 multiplied 1 is 2. Now 1 is changed here. 1 is changed to n is equal to 1. Now def factorial of n. If n is equal to 1, then return 1 or else return to false. Now if n is equal to 1, this is function is correct. Now the output is 1. You are getting the output. You are getting first 6. What is your output? 6. Our see what is here. The above example factorial is recursive function as calling itself. When we are calling the function of positive integer, it will be recursive call itself by decreasing the number. It will decreasing the number and each function multiples